Pakistan, one of the most dynamic countries on the globe. Steeped in history and tradition, there's more to it than meets the eye. Diverse in landscape and culture, the country stretches from the Hindu Kush in the north to the Arabian Sea in the south. Home to more than 200 million people, it's not only the sixth largest country in terms of population, but is also touted as one of the most vibrant nations. Although its 7-decade history is marred with turbulence, the people of Pakistan are resilient, and this attribute helps them beat all adversity. Cricket is the first love of Pakistan. There's hardly a place where this sport hasn't made inroads. A gift of British colonialism, the sport is played and followed across the length and the breadth of the country. Wouldn't be wrong to say, Pakistan breathes cricket.
It's a passion overall for the whole nation.
It's close to religion, the way Pakistani people follow this game. Pakistan is pretty much a one-sport country, so you can't really talk about cricket just as a sport in Pakistan. It has to be part of pop culture, and a cricketer is the rock star. A cricketer is pretty much the personification of whatever the highest level in Pakistani pop culture is.
3rd March 2009, the morning of the third day of the second test in Lahore sabotaged the sport like never before. A terrorist attack on Sri Lanka's team resulted in injuries to several team members. 6 police officers embraced martyrdom while saving the visitors. This unfortunate incident prompted suspension of international cricket from Pakistani soil for more than 6 years, leaving the cricket-hungry nation sad and starved.
I was producing that game for 10 Sports. That has to be the darkest day in the history of Pakistan cricket. After that, one of the biggest fallouts was that budding youngsters who used to receive a lot of crucial learning from the visiting teams were deprived of that. Along with them, the cricket faithful in Pakistan were desperate for a new dawn.
The Pakistan Cricket Board provided that ray of hope. In the quest to revolutionize the state of cricket and the cricketers in the country, the PCB introduced a franchise-based league that welcomed the best in the business to rub shoulders with the domestic talent.
फायदा बहुत लड़कों को होगा, जिन लड़कों को बड़े क्राउड के सामने या कैमरे के सामने अभी तक चांस नहीं मिला, तो एक अच्छा चांस है यंगस्टर्स के लिए. बहुत सारे ओवरसीज प्लेयर्स होंगे, उनसे ड्रेसिंग रूम जब शेयर करेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली उनको दिखते उठते बैठते खाते पीते ट्रेनिंग करते हुए हर वक्त देखेंगे, तो बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा.
फाइनली द स्टेज इज़ देयर नाउ, जहाँ पे पाकिस्तान की जो प्रोडक्ट है उसको पूरी दुनिया में वो दिखाने का मौका मिलेगा.
आप एक सेंटर पॉइंट होते हो उस लीग में. जितने भी लोकल आपके इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर्स होते हैं या डोमेस्टिक के प्लेयर्स होते हैं, लोग उनको ज़्यादा फॉलो कर रहे होते हैं.
The launch event of the Pakistan Super League, or the HPL-PSL, was a ceremony of glitz and glamour. With a who's who of Pakistan's cricket and entertainment industry, among others, showing up on the evening, the league received resounding support from all corners. A wonderful beginning for everyone, almost. The inaugural season, set for February 2016, comprised of 5 teams, 4 representing their respective provincial capitals and the 5th, the federal one. The franchise were bought for a period of 10 years. Karachi was the most expensive buy with $26 million, while Quetta was the cheapest at $11 million. Islamabad was in the center of the mix.
Islamabad is something which is the federal capital. So our thought process was that it's not only representing a city but also the entire nation.
Ali Naqvi, a Pakistani professional linked with the finance sector, is an avid follower of the game. He, along with his wife Amna Naqvi, opted to purchase Islamabad United for more reasons than one.
I think Islamabad is very, very cosmopolitan. Islamabad is very, very international. Islamabad is seen as much more professional. And those are the things which attracted us as well. And then I think eventually what we want actually is that Islamabad United becomes the identity of Islamabad as well. That's something which Islamabad has struggled a little bit because it's a new city, it doesn't have a very long tradition, and we are hoping that this franchise can become one of the cultural highlights or the sporting highlights for the city itself.
The squads were picked up through a draft system as opposed to the bidding process, which in general is the case with most of the major sporting leagues around the world. The idea behind categorizing players and selling them through a draft was to ensure parity that promised even squads. As a result, no franchise had an unfair advantage over the other.
I'm super excited, and one can feel all the energy in the country when one looked at the day of the draft. Everybody on social media, on television, people were talking about it. So I think it'll bring a real energy, a real excitement back into the country, and that's what league games do.
We also want to make sure that we actually portray a very strong international image, and that's why we have included people like Dean Jones, who are very vocal, who obviously part of the commentators group as well, so when they go around, they talk positively about Pakistan, and the idea of bringing him to draft also was that he again is a very famous guy, so if he's on the draft in Pakistan, that starts that positive image as well.
We had a talk with the team owner Ali Naqvi before the night of the draft, and he made it very clear as well that he wanted a good dressing room. So when picking the team, we went by numbers. And our second thing was that we did not want anyone who was a troublemaker in the dressing room.
One of the things that we got from Dino was that we needed to have 4 pillars, which was an opener, a middle order guy, a lower order hitter, and a death bowler. That was what we were given. The rest of it came from my and Rehan's understanding of, again, how T20 cricket is played.
So this is how the squads shaped up. Locally, it was an eclectic mix of talent powerhouses on the domestic circuit and wise heads who had made the country proud at the highest level. The foreign picks included 2 of the best all-rounders, Shane Watson and Andre Russell, along with world title winners Brad Haddin and Samuel Badri. The bunch seemed a balanced outfit for the inaugural outing of the HPL PSL. Islamabad United, for starters, seemed to be in safe hands as they were led by Misbah-ul-Haq, Pakistan's most successful Test captain. Apart from guiding his country to famous wins, he orchestrated an unfancied Faisalabad Wolves to glory in a domestic T20 tournament in 2013.
किसी भी टीम को लीड करना, स्पेशली जिस तरह PSL फर्स्ट टाइम हो रही है, तो एक आपके लिए चैलेंज भी होता है. फीलिंग्स बड़ी ज़बरदस्त हैं, टीम भी अच्छी है, जिस तरीके से पिक हुई है टीम, ज़बरदस्त प्लेयर्स हैं. की फैक्टर होगा कि आप किस तरह जाते हैं, किस तरह मोमेंटम आप गेन करते हैं, अच्छा कम्बिनेशन किस तरह बनाते हैं, और डिलीवर करना स्पेशली एज ए टीम, एज प्लेयर्स, वो बड़ा ज़रूरी है. T20 में जो टीम क्लिक करती है, जिसके प्लेयर्स जल्दी क्लिक कर जाते हैं और अच्छी बॉन्डिंग हो जाती है, एक दूसरे को आप जो रोल्स हैं उसको समझते हैं, अपने रोल्स को समझते हैं, मेरे ख्याल में उसके ज़्यादा चांसेस होते हैं परफॉर्म करने.
42, an age at which most cricketers have long hung their boots, Misbah was raring to keep himself super fit for top-tier cricket. An exemplary individual in terms of dedication and determination, He knows what it takes to shine brightly in the murkiest of atmospheres.
हार्ड वर्क, गिव योर बेस्ट, और कोई शॉर्टकट नहीं है किसी भी चीज़ के लिए. अपने आप को डिसिप्लिन रखें, फोकस रखें और डिटर्मिन्ड रहें हमेशा. यही हमेशा मेरा एक मैसेज होता है किसी भी प्लेयर को, चाहे आप क्लब का मैच खेल रहे हैं, चाहे आप डोमेस्टिक का फर्स्ट क्लास का मैच खेल रहे हैं. आपका जो मोटिवेशन लेवल है, एफर्ट लेवल है, आपके जो डिटर्मिनेशन वो सेम होनी चाहिए. आप उसी तरह रखें कि भाई मैं जिस तरह इंटरनेशनल मैच खेल रहा हूँ, मैंने अपने अंदर कुछ बचाना नहीं है. मैं आई हैव टू गिव माई 100%, एंड आई थिंक दैट्स द अप्रोच एवरीबॉडी really have to pick or adopt.
Islamabad as a city, it's really very beautiful. Not only is it very beautiful, it's very green, it's very peaceful. And then on top of it, we have people from all over Pakistan who come and live in Islamabad. So if you're visiting Islamabad, you will not only experience the natural beauty of Islamabad, but also you'll experience the beauty of people here as well.
The city boasts magnificent structures, and one of the most significant is the Pakistan Monument. It depicts the unison of the country. The vicinity is also home to the Pakistan Museum, showcasing the history of the subcontinent and the Muslim struggle for a separate homeland in a way that could best be described as a visual delight. Though its neighbouring city Rawalpindi is more famous for producing cricketers, Islamabad has a cricketing culture of its own. Parks and grounds dotted across the metropolis cater to the cricket-hungry youth who are upbeat ahead of the HPL PSL.
हमारे लिए बहुत खुशी की बात है कि इस्लामाबाद की टीम PSL में खेल रही है और हम फुली सपोर्ट करेंगे इसको.
बहुत अच्छी टीम है मैंने देखी है, जिसमें मोहम्मद अरफान, शेन वाटसन है और स्पेशली मिसबाह उल हक है.
ज़्यादातर लोग क्योंकि दुबई नहीं जा सकेंगे तो हम यहाँ पे अपनी फुल सपोर्ट जो है वो शो करेंगे इस्लामाबाद के साथ.
इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड वी विन. इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड वी विन. इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड वी विन.
Islamabad United
we win.
Dubai is a land of landmarks. Its skyline is inundated with iconic buildings, a sight to behold that promises to engulf a visitor in its awe. Home to expats from around 200 different nationalities, Dubai is as cosmopolitan as it gets. Located at the crossroads of culture, the city is an epitome of modernity and tradition. Furthermore, it has rapidly developed into one of the most livable cities on the planet, attracting millions of visitors every year. No wonder then that this dazzling desert was the chosen venue for the start of the opening season of Pakistan's cricket showpiece.
Representing the capital city of Pakistan.
Put your hands together for Islamabad United!
Chakka chakka maar de, maar ka udhar de, de dhana dhan dham 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 dhan 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 dhan. सेंचुरी देख अपनी टॉर भी स्टाइल भी है.
आई थिंक बड़ी अमेजिंग किस्म की फीलिंग थी, ना हमारी सिर्फ हमारी बल्कि वो प्लेयर जो कि IPL भी खेल चुके थे और IPL की भी वो सेरेमनीज़ देख चुके थे, उसको देख के सब जो है वो काफ़ी उससे मुतासिर हुए कि इतनी ज़बरदस्त सेरेमनी, और वहीं से जो है टोन सेट हुई पूरे टूर्नामेंट की कि ये एक अच्छा टूर्नामेंट होगा. और मेरे ख़्याल में हम लोगों को उस टाइम बड़ा प्राउड फील हो रहा था, पाकिस्तान इतने अच्छे लेवल पे ये लीग कराने जा रहा है और इतनी ज़बरदस्त ओपनिंग है और इतनी ज़बरदस्त एक अपॉर्चुनिटी हमें मिलने जा रही है.
In contrast to the opening ceremony, Islamabad United's start was a forgettable affair in their opening game against the Quetta Gladiators.
Right through him, Shane Watson trying to make room, then shows all three stumps. Oh dear, that is a very poor piece of judgment from Sam Billings.
आई थिंक जब स्टार्ट होता है समटाइम्स जब टीमें बनती हैं क्योंकि आप फर्स्ट टाइम खेल रहे होते हैं ना इतना आपको कैंप का टाइम मिला इतना ज़्यादा आप अंडरस्टैंड नहीं करते.
But Misbah was able to read the situation and conditions well. He stemmed the fall of wickets and along with Andre Russell lifted the score to respectability.
Oh, gone! Brilliant! Dismissed it.
In pursuit of 129, Luke Wright hit the right notes for Quetta. Islamabad had no answer to his attacking questions as Wright's unbeaten 86 helped his team cruise to a comprehensive victory.
Oh, he spanked us off the back foot into the crowd.
मुझे वो ऐसे ही लगा कि जैसे एक रश में वो गेम हमारे उससे निकल गई. ना रोल्स का पता था ना हम पूरी तरह समझ पाए. पिच भी डिफ़िकल्ट थी, टॉस हार गए. तो इस किस्म की चीज़ें ऐसे टूर्नामेंट्स में होती हैं. मेरे ख्याल में उसमें परेशान नहीं होना चाहिए. विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम एज यू प्ले आपका एक कम्बिनेशन सेट होता है.
Next, they were up against Shahid Afridi's Peshawar Zalmi, and though Misbah lost the toss again, he got what he wanted.
हमारी कोशिश भी यही थी कि बॉलिंग करें क्योंकि कल ड्यू काफ़ी थी. तो मेरे ख्याल में सारी चीज़ें प्लान के मुताबिक हैं.
And his bowlers answered his call early on.
Keeper, oh, magnificent! Sam Billings takes top billing.
That's close enough to call. He's shuffled, the finger is raised and he's gone.
After making early inroads, Tamim Iqbal counter-attacked. His half-century brought Salmi back on track.
Smoked through the offside.
But United were able to peg Zalmi back to restrict the score to 145.
मेरे ख्याल में इतना मुश्किल टारगेट नहीं है लेकिन दुबई में आप कह सकते हैं कि वहाँ पे 140 एक अच्छा स्कोर होता है. समटाइम्स दुबई की पिच पे इतना आसान नहीं होता है इतना टारगेट करना. आपको अच्छा खेलना पड़ता है.
Oh, bowled him! This is high voltage cricket.
Once again, United's openers were unable to provide a solid start. Zalmi tightened their grip over the proceedings. Mohammad Asghar in particular proved to be the tormentor-in-chief, first with the ball and then in the field.
They'll leave in the bus tonight knowing they've got work to do. 2 games, 2 losses, not an ideal start.
Saeed Ajmal, after the second match, he came into the dressing room, he cheered everyone up, and you felt like, even if you were losing, you felt that, this is not the end of the world.
Time to regroup for United and perhaps rework their strategy. Early days into the tournament and the Islamabad United found themselves in a bit of a soup. Their batting had failed to negotiate the left-arm spin threat in both the games until then. Heavy defeats had made them rethink and rework their strategy, but at no point any one of them had dropped shoulders.
मेरे ख्याल में ये एक अच्छी चीज़ थी कि हमारी जो टीम थी उसमें काफ़ी प्लेयर ऐसे थे जो डिफरेंट लीग्स में चैम्पियन टीमों को रिप्रेजेंट कर चुके हैं। तो उनको पता था कि ऐसे ही अप्स एंड डाउन्स क्रिकेट में आते हैं। अच्छी टीम है, क्लिक करते हो समटाइम थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा। 5 में से 4 टीमों ने प्ले ऑफ में जाना है, तो लेट्स जस्ट बी देयर, कोशिश करते रहो। 4 में आ जाओ, उसके बाद यू नेवर नो।
Homework proved fruitful as they were quicker to get off the blocks against the Karachi Kings.
Gosh, that's gone a long way up and it's gone some rows back. That's 6. Shahjil Khan looks very much in the groove.
Their top 3 batsmen amassed 76 to lay a near-perfect platform. But as they looked on course for a towering total, Bopara caught them short.
Oh, bowling, magnificent delivery, the Yorker length, and castling him.
As a result, Islamabad was skittled for 132.
Oh, yes, that's gone up in the air. That's not middle. The Shakib Al Hassan. Yes, sir. Good catch.
बॉलिंग स्ट्रॉन्ग थी हमारी। एक्स्ट्रा बॉलर हमने खिलाया था, उसमें समी को खिलाया, तो वो जेन में था कि थोड़ा अगर हम फर्स्ट 6 ओवर्स में इनको कंटेन कर गए और थोड़ी अगर उस एवरेज के ऊपर ले गए तो उसके बाद हमारे पास चांसेस हैं।
Defending a modest total in front of their faithful fans, Islamabad United struck early.
Ashar Zaidi, and it's a run out. United catch a break. That's got to be gone. Yes, it is. Lovely delivery.
However, Imad Wasim stood tall and the young left-hander smashed the bowlers at will. But his joy was short-lived.
Oh, good delivery, taken, caught behind. Excellent breakthrough.
And that opened the floodgates. A flurry of wickets followed and Islamabad found themselves on top again. And then Saeed Ajmal spun them into submission.
That's gone up in the air, catch it is the call. It's another one to Saeed Ajmal. He's turned it around for his side.
मेरे ख्याल में दुबई स्पेशली जो है वो ऐसा ग्राउंड है जहाँ पे उसका वैसे ही कॉन्फिडेंस जो है काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंट फील करता है। वो जो माइंड सेट है वो वही था उसका और आई थिंक उसमें मैच विनिंग परफॉर्मेंस की।
But the contest was far from over as Ravi Bopara threatened to deprive United of what would have been their first win in the HPL PSL.
It's big down the ground. Yes, that's a great hit.
He took the contest to the last over.
And the acting captain is bowling. Fast, short bouncer. Yeah, he's gone. Keeper's done magnificently. Sam Billings. Samamir had come down the pitch. And that's the 9th down. Wasim Akram feels they've almost done this now. Last 2 men standing. Ravi Bopara's got to get down the strike. He's got to get strike. He's got it through. Mohammad Amir slips it through. Backward point. It's gone for 4.
The next 3 balls produced a single run as Islamabad jumped back in the driver's seat.
So 10 required in 2.
Need a boundary right here, right now.
Well, now, where's this? Where is this? It's 6! 6 from Ravi Bopara. Oh dear. One ball left now. Islamabad, they haven't won yet in the HBL PSL.
Not again, man. We can't lose 3 in a row. We've done all we could in this match, and not now, because we were in control for that match, for most of that match.
The ex-cricketers in our dressing room said over and over again that the hardest thing is being involved in the game and not being able to influence it. Guys like Dean Jones, guys like Wasim Akram, who've won matches for their teams, for them to just sit outside and let someone else do it, it's much harder for them to go through that experience than it is for guys who haven't really played cricket like us.
And Islamabad, they defend their total and they've won their first match. An amazing contest in the last couple of overs.
They win by 2 runs and relief all around. Fantastic game of cricket. Last ball and Shane Watson gets his yorker through. Wasim Akram happy. Irfan in the background. Dean Jones, her sense of relief.
कॉन्फिडेंट थे ऐसी स्टेज पे, थोड़ा सा उस टाइम ऑब्वियसली घबराता है इंसान, बट ये था कि पता था कि मेंटली स्ट्रांग है शेन वॉटसन, तो उम्मीद है कि रोक लेगा वो, बट आई थिंक बड़ी विक्ट्री थी हमारे लिए वो, जैसी भी सिचुएशन थी।
Sharjah International Cricket Stadium is more than just a world record holder for hosting the most number of one-day internationals. The ground enjoys a special place in Pakistan's cricket history as it has witnessed some of the most memorable limited-over victories for the men in green, especially against their arch-rivals India. In fact, the India-Pakistan contests are considered to be the jewel in the crown of Sharjah cricket. The resonance one feels in a jam-packed Sharjah Coliseum is second to none. As the HBL PSL made its way to this historical venue, it was looking forward to passionate crowds turning up and lifting the decibel levels, adding a unique flavor to the inaugural season. So all was in readiness for the tournament's Sharjah debut. But before United could take on the Lahore Qalandars, they suffered a setback. Misbah-ul-Haq's calf injury ruled him out of the contest. In his absence, Shane Watson was handed the reins of the team. And he received a reason to smile right at the top.
Oh, bowled him. What a start for Sami.
Oh, that's worth a shout. Yes, it is. Mohammad Sami gets the fickle finger of fate from Alim Dar.
The Qalandars came back through Mohammad Rizwan. The diminutive wicketkeeper batsman from Peshawar helped raise the total to above 160. United were pushed against the wall, but once again, they were determined to bounce back.
यह ग्राउंड में ड्यू काफ़ी है, बॉल काफ़ी गीला हो रहा है, इतना इजी नहीं है बॉल करना, तो होपफुली हमारे अगर बैटिंग क्लिक करती है तो हम इंशाल्लाह ये चेस कर लेंगे।
The Islamabad United openers attacked from the outset to give their fans a lot to cheer about.
That's another one, almost making the road. Hits the top of the stand. Oh, that's a nice sound. Wow, where's that going? It's going out the ground.
What a shot that is. That is huge. finishes the game with style. Islamabad United truly in the tournament now. Had a close win the previous game, but this game they've absolutely dominated.
Smiles all around the United camp as they won 2 in a row following their initial hiccup. After enjoying success in consecutive games, the following 2 matches were nightmares for United as their opposition outplayed them. In both these games, their batting failed to make merry. Similarly, their bowlers had forgettable outings as the bats of the opponents did all the talking. But as had been the case so far, the men in command remained cool.
देखें ऐसी सिचुएशंस आती रहती हैं ऐसे टूर्नामेंट्स में, कभी भी टीम पे डिफ़िकल्ट टाइम आता है, बट यू हैव टू पीक एट द राइट टाइम। हमें पता था कि आखिरी 2 मैच भी अगर स्पेशली कराची की टीम फंसी हुई है, लाहौर की टीम फंसी हुई है और हमने उनसे खेलना है और उनमें से एक मैच भी जीतते हैं तो हमारा जो है वो प्ले ऑफ्स में हम जाते हैं। प्ले ऑफ्स में आप 3 अच्छे मैच खेलो और यू आर चैम्पियन। तो मोरल अब था जो भी सिचुएशन थी।
Ahead of the crucial clash against the Karachi Kings, both men at the helm, Wasim Akram and Dean Jones, brought their respective vast experience to the fore, conducting an intense net session. With Lahore and Karachi struggling, Islamabad were looking to knock the door as hard as they could in this game.
Now it's do or die game today, and if we win today, we are right up there. If we don't, it's one of those days where you really got to come back at the last game. I really don't want to, wait for the last game in a way to qualify. So today is a big game for us.
Left arm spinner Imran Khalid drew first blood.
He's gone! Oh, he's gone! Spinner's picked it up, I like it. Oh, this could be another one, it is! And the spinner's in business again.
United's miserly bowlers kept striking at regular intervals to keep Karachi below 130.
Front spinner bowled really well, and in the end, we finished really strong. So 128, we need to bat really well to chase this total down.
Islamabad got off to a disappointing start, losing early wickets, and at one stage they were tottering at 3 for 19. Misbah-ul Haq, the usual suspect, scripted a remarkable comeback.
Something different from Misbah.
Khalid Latif complimented him from the other end with a knock of 33. But it was Asif Ali who provided the impetus. He upped the ante and wrapped it all up for Misbah's men.
And that's gone. Oh, it's a big one. What a knock from this guy, Asif Ali. Remember the name. Game, set and match. They win by 5 wickets.
Misbah was the one who backed Asif. And Misbah always thought that he's someone who can deliver. And Misbah especially said this, that if in the last few overs you require big runs, Asif Ali is your man.
उसकी एबिलिटी का पता था कि वो इस किस्म की हिटिंग कर सकता है 5वें 6ठे नंबर पे, और पहले हम रसल पे बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंड करते थे नीचे से, तो वो आसिफ अली के आने से थोड़ा सा हमें ये हुआ कि नीचे से हमारी जो फायर पावर है वो ज़रा स्ट्रॉन्ग हुई.
Islamabad United carried this firepower and momentum into the bye, thrashing the Lahore Qalandars by 5 wickets to end their group stage on a high. Once again, their middle order delivered as they breezed to victory, chasing down the total in excess of 150. So Peshawar Zalmi topped the round-robin stage, and they were set to play the Quetta Gladiators in the first playoff. The winner was to go through to the final, while the loser was to compete with the winner of the eliminator in a virtual semi-final. that eliminator was between the Islamabad United and the Karachi Kings.
थोड़ा सा एडवांटेज होगा क्योंकि दोनों मैच रहे हैं साइकोलॉजिकली एडवांटेज है, लेकिन क्रिकेट आपको पता है कि 2020 गेम ऐसा है कि जिस दिन जो टीम अच्छा खेलती है वो जीतती है। तो हमारी टीम माशाल्लाह जल है और जिस तरह से पूरा मैनेजमेंट मेहनत कर रही है, तो कोशिश करेंगे कि अच्छा खेल खेलें और जीतें।
Karachi-born Mohammad Sami rattled the batting order of his hometown team. His fiery spell at the top dented Karachi's hopes of posting a formidable total. And that meant elation for the Islamabad fans and the players alike.
Sami on fire, just turns the match completely to United's favour.
ज़ाहिर सी बात है, हर क्रिकेटर का ख्वाब ये होता है कि वो अपनी टीम के लिए एफर्ट करे और टीम मैन वही अच्छा है जो कोशिश करे कि टीम जीते।
Sami is a hard-working guy, and I reckon he's the backbone of our team. The way he's bowling and the way he's fielding, he's the spark we actually needed in this Islamabad United.
He went on to register his best figures of 5 for 8 in T20s. In the process, he shot out the Karachi Kings for just over 110.
Oh, I tell you what, it's going to be very close. He's got it, he's got 5. It's his night. United are all over the Kings.
बड़े ज़बरदस्त डेथ ओवर्स उसने किए हैं और इवन नए बॉल से भी जो चैनल बिल्कुल विकेट टू विकेट उसने बॉल किया अपनी स्ट्रेंथ पे। खुशी है कि उसने इम्पोर्टेंट स्टेजेस में प्रेशर में डिलीवर किया।
The thing with Sami is, throughout the tournament, the one, if you would describe him with one word, that would be a warrior. That's what I think of him, because he played through a groin injury. He put his body on the line throughout that tournament for the team, and his bowling, especially against Karachi, was a joy to watch.
Chasing a modest target, Islamabad flew to victory. Their top order smashed the Karachi bowlers all around the park.
He's dragged it round leg side. That's a great hit. He'll take 6 for that, brown-headed. Slap. Islamabad United go through tomorrow night to play Peshawar in what is in effect a semi-final. And the PSL says goodbye and thank you to Karachi Kings for this year.
In the battle for the berth in the final, Sharjeel Khan threw the kitchen sink and everything else at the Peshawar Zalmi.
Oh, what a shot that is.
मैं वो कह ही रहा था सबको कि स्पिनिंग ड्यू है, तौसीफ भाई साथ बैठो, तो मुझे लगा आज जो है ये कुछ ना कुछ करेगा। वो गट फीलिंग थी और वो शुरू हुआ उसने उस पिच पे जहाँ बड़ी मुश्किल हो रही थी, बाकियों के बल्ले में गेंद नहीं आ रहा था, स्मिथ स्ट्रगल कर रहा था, वहाँ पे उसने ऐसे इनिंग खेली जैसे लग रहा था कि बिल्कुल वो एक सीमेंट पिच पे खेल रहा है।
Sharjeel plundered the Peshawar Zalmi bowling, amassing the first ever century in the history of the HPL PSL.
Straight he goes, down the ground, hasn't got enough. Yes it is! He's gone to the 100. What a 100 in 50 balls.
कोशिश यही थी कि अच्छे से अच्छा करेंगे और ज़ाहिर सी बात है बड़ा मैच है, नॉकआउट स्टेज है हमारे लिए, तो हमने बस यही सोचा था कि इंशाल्लाह अपना 110% देना है।
Their bowlers followed that up by bamboozling Peshawar Zalmi's batsmen. Imran Khalid was the chief destroyer, a 4-4 to spin through the opposition.
Oh gosh, he's bowled him round his legs. And Darren Sammy did not know where he was, but Khalid did.
That's it. Beautifully done by Andre Russell. Beautifully managed by United. They are through to the final of the HBL PSL and meet the Gladiators.
Karachi Kings.
Gone! Played on.
Islamabad, they defend the total.
Islamabad United truly in the tournament now. Had a close win.
Red six, and it's a sixer! And what a way to win. Victory for United and misery for Columbus. Gone! Magnificently done. Great hit.
Slap, he had to get one. So the eliminator sees Islamabad United go through tomorrow night to play for Shara.
What pressure, smashes it down the ground. A six, first 100 off the PSL.
Beautifully managed by United. They are through to the final of the HBL PSL and meet the Gladiators.
मेरे ख्याल में हमारी जो स्ट्रेंथ थी इस टीम को यही थी कि जब हम अच्छा नहीं भी कर रहे थे तो उस टाइम भी जो इवन ऑनर्स थे और जो प्लेयर थे वो बड़े काम थे, यूनाइटेड थे, कोई इतना इशू नहीं था हमारे उसमें कि ये कर दो वो कर दो, कोई पैनिक बटन कभी भी नहीं ऑन हुआ. आई थिंक दैट वाज बेसिकली द स्ट्रेंथ.
Before the all-important final, the owners, Ali Naqvi and Amna Naqvi, invited the entire contingent for a yacht ride around Dubai's marina. The surprise party prompted smiles on the faces of the players and the support staff as the families mingled with each other. Apart from it being a festive evening, it helped calm the nerves, if any, before the final showdown. After winning the toss in the final, Misbah asked Quetta to bat first.
Oh, turn him around, it's gone, is it? Caught behind, yes, the finger is raised. Bismillah Khan has been removed from the crease.
And after that, Islamabad chased the leather as Ahmed Shehzad got into his groove. His partner Kumar Sangakkara was an ominous touch as Quetta stamped their authority over the proceedings.
Oh, that is beautifully done. Classic. Gets to his 50 with a great shot.
Despite the onslaught, however, deep down, Misbah was confident of a comeback.
नज़र आ गया था हमें कि पिच जो है उसमें कोई टर्न नहीं है. एब्सोल्युटली ट्रू बैटिंग पिच और बाउंड्रीज बहुत छोटी हैं. तो नज़र आ रहा था कि 200 का पिच लगता है. 190, 200 is the par.
That's not entirely at the middle of the bat. This should be taken. Long on comes into play. High fives in the dugout because they know the importance of a Sangakkara fall.
The United bowlers clawed their way back into the contest by taking quick wickets. And though at one stage Quetta seemed to sail across the 200 mark, United kept them under 180.
उनके पास इतनी क्वालिटी बॉलिंग नहीं है. स्पिन डोमिनेटिंग सारा अटैक है, वन डायमेंशनल अटैक है उनका. और स्पिन हो नहीं रहा पिच पे. बाउंड्रीज छोटी हैं, जब स्पिन नहीं हो रहा तो स्पिनर तो बिल्कुल हेल्पलेस हो जाता है. तो हमारे पास पूरा चांस है 9 एंड ओवर. इस पिच पे कोई मसला नहीं है. एक बाउंड्री एक ओवर में मारना है, यहाँ कोई इशू नहीं है.
The batsmen blossomed on the big occasion, bludgeoning the Quetta bowlers as it rained 4s and 6s, something that was in sync with the United anthem. Dwayne Smith spanked the bowling and along with Brad Haddin took the game beyond the Gladiators' reach. Haddin was following up on his 2 consecutive half-centuries in the playoffs, and his third in the final was the most crucial of them all.
वो हमेशा आके ऐसे बात करते थे, no worries, we will perform, we will win this, I will score 50. और एग्जैक्टली वही हुआ, वो कह के जाता था और वो उसने 350 किए उसी पे।
It was Misbah's only run of the evening that emerged as the most significant single in the HBL PSL history.
He flicks one into the gap. That's it. United win this. They all come rushing into the field. Dean Jones, Wasim Akram, everyone are absolutely ecstatic, over the moon, and what a night for the United. They'll remember this for a very, very long time. They are the HBL PSL champions.
मेरे ख्याल में ये तो हमेशा रहेगी, ये फीलिंग्स कभी भी नहीं जाएंगी। जब आप चैम्पियन बनते हैं और इनॉगरल टूर्नामेंट होता है तो ये ऐसी फीलिंग्स है जो लाइफ टाइम है, जो हमेशा आप याद रखते हैं। अगली PSLs भी आएंगी, जीत के टीमें जो भी जीतेगी कोशिश करेंगी जीतने की, बट दिस इज़ फॉरएवर।
This is the big moment, the big night for the United. They richly deserve this.
United we win, divided we fall. It's not a तुम अपना जान के देखो, ये जीतने का आर्ट है, माइंड में ही हार्ट है, नई अपनी सोच है, नई है उमंग देखो।